Welcome back, guys. This is Raman back here with a brand new video. Today I'm going to do a rebuilding challenge. It is going to be a wheel of weight rebuilding challenge. So what I'm going to today do is there are this wheel shows all the weights of the people of the in the current NBA players from starting from 170 lbs and going up to some 310 lbs. So I'll spin this wheel 14 times and then we'll move to the NBA official website and see how many players are there in this weight category. Like I have put it from 170 through 180, then 180 to 181 to 190, then 191 to 200, and so on. So we'll move to the official website and see how many players are there of that category, and then we'll go to the random number generator to generate the number. So let's move to the first official spin here, and the first official spin shows us the weight of 251 through 260. So let's move to the NBA.com and let's see how many players are there from the weight range of 251 to 260. And let's see this, how many players are there. Okay, so I forgot what was the number. Next, we move to the 300 and plus category. 300 and plus category, there's only one player, so we'll get Taco Fall here. Next up, let's move to the next spin, third spin of the video here. We have right now got Paul Millsap and Taco Fall, one good player and one below average. Next up, we move to the weight category of 201 to 210 pounds, and there are currently 32 active NBA players in this weight category. So let's go to random number generator. As you can see, all the people's here in this category. Let's just do from the page one. That's the players start from the page one itself, and let's type in 32 and let's generate the number, and we get the number 18. So let's see who is the number 18 players for us. As we get 1 2 3 4 5, let's move to the next page. 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 and 18. So we get Reggie Jackson here for the third spin, from the third spin of the video. So let's move on to the fourth spin here, as we get the weight category of 291 to 300, as there are no current NBA players in this weight category range. So let's spin it one more time, because yeah, I checked it, there was no player in this category. As you can see here, there's no one from 291 to 300 pounds. Let's move to the next spin here, as we get 220 pounds. So let's see how many players are there. As I've calculated, there are 38 players currently. So let's see what number we get. As we get the number 7. So let's count who is that player. Number 7 from this in this category. As we will get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So we get Andre Iguodala here with the first spin of the videos. There's been 2, 3 okay players here. And let's move on to the next spin, as again we land on 291 to 300. There are no players right now. Oh my goodness. And we get this time 281 to 290. So let's see how many players are there. As there are currently, let's see, 281 to 290, as there are currently 5 players right now. So let's move to the random number generator to get the player. as we get the number 1. So let's see who is that guy who's coming to our team as we get Robin Lopez this time around. So we were just one more away from his brother Brook Lopez. So let's move on to the next spin here as we get. Okay, so let me remove this from 291 to 300 as we're just continuously landing on it because as there's no players right now. So let me just get rid of this here. Apply the changes. Yeah. So here we are again. This is the sixth spin of the video here. As we get this time around, we get 221 to 230 pounds. So let's see how many players are there. There are currently 22 active NBA players. So let's generate the number as we get the number 3. So let's see who's the number 3 guy here in this category. As it is 1, 2, and 3. So we get Chris Middleton. So first all-star player for us in the sixth spin of the video. Let's move on to the next one. Seventh spin as we get the weight category of 231 to 240 pounds. And there are currently 26 active NBA players right now in this category. So let's generate the random number and we get the number 11. Let's see who that number 11 guy is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. So we get Serge Ibaka. So another solid player to come off the bench. Well, let's move on to the next spin of the video here. Still not, we have not got any MVP caliber player. So just got some role players and plus an all-star player, Chris Middleton. As we move on to this weight category, as there are currently 32 active NBA players in this weight category. That is 201 to 210 pounds. So let's see who's that guy is. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5. So we get Dante DiVincenzo again this time around. So again, a good role player, can be a good role player for us. Let's move on to the eighth spin of the video as we get the weight category of 191 to 200 pounds. As there are currently 15 active NBA players in this category, and we get the number 1 player. So let's see who that guy is who's coming to our team. 191 through, so yeah, it was number 1. And so we get Jordan Clarkson. So again, a good role player for us. So we have got pretty good number of good role players plus an all-star player. Still no MVP caliber guy. As we get the weight range of 221 to 230 pounds, as there are currently 22 active NBA players right now. So let's generate the number, and we get the number 4. So let's see who that guy is. So right now we are just building like an 8-seeded team, but as we will do the rebuilding challenge, so our focus is to get the number 1 seed and win the championship. As the number 4 guy, and this is Jalen Brown here. So again, a good all-star caliber player. He was not an all-star this year, but he's surely an all-star caliber player. Next spin here, as we get weight category of 291 to 200 pounds. So there are 15 active NBA players right now in this category. As we get the number 14 right here. So let's see who that player is. So here is 1, 2. So let's go in the reverse order, 15 and 14. So we get Michael Frazier down this time. So last 3 spins remaining here. This is the 11th, 12th spin of the video. And we get again 191 to 200 pounds. So as we know, there are 15 players right now. And we get the number 10 this time around. So that is 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, and 10. So we get Austin Rivers again this time around. So we have just got a bunch of good role players right now, and plus one all-star and one all-star caliber player. As this is the second last spin of the video, and we get the weight of 221 to 230 pounds, as there are 22 active NBA player right now. And let's see what number we get. We get the number 20. So let's see who that guy is. It was 221 to 30, right? Yeah. So we get 22, 21, 20. So we get Luka Doncic this time around. So this is our first MVP caliber player. Like he was uh, fourth in the MVP voting this year. And this is the last spin of the video here. As we get the weight category of 241 to 250 pounds, as there are currently 11 players right now, and we get the number one. And it is Giannis Antetokounmpo. Oh my goodness, really. So back-to-back MVP players, as Giannis should been back-to-back MVP this time around, this year around. So let's move to the NBA right now. So I've adjusted made all the teams. So let's check our rosters first, and then we'll move on to the rebuilding. As we have got pretty much good squad here with two MVP players plus two All-Star and good role players. As you can see the squad right now here. As I've selected Washington Wizards, just selected randomly here this team. As you can just see on this team here, all the players are there. So now let's move to the uh, trade finder and look for some solid punch and try to win the championship. As I'll do 2 year rebuilding challenge, as I normally don't prefer to do for just for 1 year. So let's first look for Jalen Brown here. Let's see what we can get for him. I'm looking for like some point guard options here. As this is good. Kemba Walker and Scanton to come off the bench also. I don't need Bam. De'Aaron Fox can be good option. I'm just looking for point guard or shooting guard. Jamal Murray can be a good option. D Rose can be a good option. Shea is a good option, but he's not like a primary ball handler type player. But as we have Luka Doncic already, so we don't need to care about that. So I'll go with this trade of Kemba Walker and Ines Kanter. So we have got our starting five intact, like almost point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forward, and center. Off the bench, we need to get some wing players, as we have just got shooting guards and point guard off the bench. So let's look for some wing players off the bench to come for us. As I'll trade Donda DiVincenzo, so I'll pick Jordan Clarkson to remain on our team. And let's add Andre Iguodala to this trade and try to get some wing players right now. I don't need any guards, so Davis Bertans can be a good option. Okay, Clint Capella can be a good option I can make him a power forward, or he can remain a center, and Serge Ibaka can be shifted to the power forward position. And then okay, nothing really crazy here. Blake Griffin, I really not need don't need him. Then okay, so nothing really crazy. So I'll just go with the Clint Capella trade and make Serge Ibaka a power forward. So there will go, as Serge Ibaka will move to the bench. So let's change the position of Serge Ibaka right now. Power forward and second position as center. Okay, let's move. Let's see what our team is right now. Giannis, Luka Doncic, Chris Middleton, Kemba Walker, Capella, Ibaka, Jordan Clarkson, Reggie Jackson, and Enes Kanter. That's good bench and good starting five. Like probably a championship team, but still let's go in for some. As I was looking to go for trade of James Harden, so I've just first time I was successful in trading for James Harden and NBA2K videos. It is like I've added five first round picks plus Chris Middleton to get James Harden, and this was first time ever that I got successful in trading for James Harden, as he's normally untouchable in these videos, but still like five first round picks and Chris Middleton was good enough to get Houston uh, James Harden from Houston Rockets. Let's go and search for James Harden, because I'm looking for some like three-headed monsters: James Harden, Luka Doncic, and Giannis Antetokounmpo, as they agreed to this offer. So let's change the position of Luka Doncic to small forward, as he's 6'7", so can play small forward easily. And secondary position to shooting guard. Okay, let's move to the game plan here. Here's our starting five: Kemba Walker, James Harden, Luka Doncic, Giannis, and Clint Capella. So just reduce some minutes from Luka Doncic and give some more minutes to James Harden. And off the bench, we have Serge Ibaka, Jordan Clarkson, Reggie Jackson, and Enes Kanter. I'll remove the minutes from Austin Rivers, so nine-man rotation will go. That should be good for us. 36 players, 36 minutes for our three-headed monster, and rest all you can see all the rotations here. So let's move to the system proficiency. Let's see what system suits us best. Post centric is 4 stars. Triangle 7 seconds offense is 4.5 stars. This 4.5 stars is the best I have done in NBA 2K rebuildings. Perimeter centric is 4.5 star. So let's move to the balance system, as it is also 4.5 stars. So let's move to the to simulate the regular season, and I'll simulate the regular season, and I'll be back once the regular season gets over. As regular season getting wrapped up, we have got an awesome record of right now 77-3, as just we lose to Toronto Raptors as we are finishing the season off. As Luka Doncic wins the MVP, averaging almost a triple double, probably two, three rebounds away from officially getting a triple double. As this is the best ever record of in the NBA 2K rebuilds I have done, 79-3. So let's see what are the other rewards are there. What are the awards are there? As Ja Morant wins the Rookie of the Year, Dennis Schroeder sixth man, Kawhi Leonard the Defensive Player of the Year, and Luka Doncic is still most improved player, and Coach of the Year towards Scott Brooks. Okay, so let's move to the All NBA teams, as we have got Luka Doncic as he's MVP is on the All NBA first team. Then All NBA second team, it has James Harden on it, and All NBA third team with Giannis on it. Defensive team with Giannis here on the first team, and here are all the other teams. So let's quickly move to the standing and let's see what the second seed, how many games they are away. So Philly has the second seed with 59-23 record. So they're like 20 games behind from us. Let's move to the player stats, as we have seen the record stat of Luka Doncic. James Harden averaged 24, 5, and 8, and Giannis 21, 10, and 6. Here are the stats of the rest of the players if you are interested in seeing the stats. So let's move to the playoff bracket here, and let's simulate the first round of the playoffs, as we are going up against the Orlando Magic, and we sweep them. We see the Orlando Magic. So let's move on to the next conference semifinals, up against Toronto Raptors, as we sweep them also. So we have got Boston Celtics in the conference finals here. Let's simulate this round, and we win in game 5. So Boston Celtics take a game from us. I thought we could go like 16-0 in these playoffs, as we had record of 79-3, as we are up 3-0 to Golden State Warriors. So let's see the game 3 stats here. Luka Doncic putting almost a triple double. James Harden, Giannis both with a double doubles. So let's move to the game 4. I'll simcast this game 4 and probably go for some gameplay if we are winning this game. As we are currently right now doing good here in the first quarter, as Golden State is trying to make a comeback, as we lead by almost 10 points here after the first quarter, 15 points here. So if we don't just choke this away, we are going to sweep the series, and win the NBA Finals in 16 to 1 faction, as Golden State is trying to make a comeback, and we have got a pretty close game, back and forth game right now here, as Golden State is now taking the lead with a blowout in the third quarter. Looks like 29 to 16 right now. Okay, so we were outplayed by 18 points in the third quarter, as Golden State is leading by 20 now. So this should be all over, as we have to move to the next game 5 here, as we get blown out in this game 4. So let's move to the next game. Here are the game 4 stats. Steph Curry putting up big numbers with Bradley Beal here. Luka Doncic with double-double. Giannis with a double-double. Let's move to game 5 here. Same cast this game. And I'm hoping that we win this game here and win the championship in 5 games. As right now we are doing good enough, but still it's a back and forth game in the end, at the end of the first quarter. Still back and forth game here. Golden State is trying to make some comeback from 3-0 deficit. As now we are trying to take the lead right now. We lead by almost a dozen here in the third quarter. And we lead by 15 points right now at the end of the third quarter. So that should probably be enough to win this game for us. Yeah, now we lead by 20. So that should be probably all over for Golden State Warriors. So I'll have some gameplay error at the end of this game. So let's jump into this game here and let's have some fun. I'll control the our team Washington Wizards and try to hit some shots. As Serge Ibaka has the ball in his hands, passes to James Harden, goes up for a jumper, elbow jumper, and he makes that shot. Okay, let's have some fun here in this game here. After that, I'll do for one more season. As Draymond Green passes to Klay Thompson, goes up and makes that shot. As Luka Doncic is now in the game here. Gets the roll and passes to Jordan Clarkson. He passes to Giannis here. Takes the jumper and makes that shot. As Giannis has 14 points just in today's game with 50% shooting here. As D'Angelo Russell has the ball, passes to Andrew Wiggins, and he passes to Marquise Chris, and he passes to Bradley Beal, and he makes that shot. So there's like 1.5 minutes still left. So let's get for one or two positions, and after that I'll move on. As James Harden is double teamed by Klay Thompson and Bradley Beal, and we have got a jump ball here. Let's see if we can win the jump ball. No, we don't. As Draymond Green has the ball in his hands, passes to Andrew Wiggins as he flushes at home. So let's probably have one more possession, as James Harden has the ball in his hands and he goes out of bounds. So again, it's a Warriors ball. So all the substitutions are in the place, as all the bench players are there in the game right now. Okay, so let's finish this game off here, and let's see who wins the Finals MVP. My prediction will be Luka Doncic. Like, because he was the regular season MVP also, so he should win the Finals MVP too. So let's simcast and finish this game off, as we win by 30 points in the NBA Finals in Game 5. So we are the champions, as Luka Doncic wins the Finals MVP, averaging a triple-double here. So I'll be back in the next regular season. So here we are in the next regular season. We have lost our bench players as they were just on 1 year contracts. So let's try and again rebuild this team, make some few changes, and try to go for two in a row. So let's trade away. I have to probably go with trade to Clint Capella. So probably just let's go with Demari Carroll and Jeremy Lin first, and let's see what options are there. And the trade finders as Patrick Beverly and Jamichael Green can be a good option. And nothing crazy right now. Nothing else is good enough to make a trade here. Brook Lopez can be a good option. I'll go with Patrick Beverly here to come off the bench for us to give that defensive support. Let's move to the next trade here. Let's see what options are available for Clint Capella. I'm going for trying to go for 2-for-1 deal here. As Marcus Smart and Daniel Thies can be a good option. I don't need Bam Adebayo, Rudy Gobert as, but still it's a one-on-one. I need two players here of this, and we are here with Vucevic and Terence Ross was there. That should be the move, I guess, if something else doesn't pop up in the end. As D'Angelo Russell and James Johnson know. So let's go with this trade here of as we get the center and our backup shooting guard. 2-for-1 deal. So let's move to the system here. Let's see what are the minutes all the players getting off the bench. We have Patrick Beverly, Terence Ross, Austin Rivers. So we need a backup center or like probably one more wing player. So let's trade away Austin Rivers and Devin and Bava and try to get some players. Probably I'm looking for a backup center and Brook Lopez was there earlier. He can be the good option for us. Alex Len is here. Okay. Rich Augustine, we don't need him. Okay, so nothing really crazy here. So let's go with the Brook Lopez trade here. Okay, so here's the rotation here. Kemba Walker, James Harden, Luka, Giannis, Vucevic, Patrick Beverly, Terence Ross, Brook Lopez, Jamichael Green, and Ersan Ilyasova. So let's simulate the regular season and I'll be back at the end of the regular season. As the regular season is getting wrapped up, we finished with a record of 77-5 as Luka Doncic wins back-to-back MVP, averaging this time a double-double. We got the record of 77-5, so just two more losses than the last season. As Scott Brooks again wins the Coach of the Year, as All NBA first team with Luka Doncic, All NBA second team with James Harden, and we don't have Giannis on the All NBA teams. So probably his numbers have fell down. So let's move to the season stats and see some stats quickly. As James Harden averaged 24, 5, and 8. Giannis was averaging good, but his rebound numbers went down 21, 11, and 6. And here the rest of the stats of the other players. Okay, so let's move on to the playoff bracket as we are going up against the Brooklyn Nets in the first round. So let's simulate this round here. And we win in 5 games. So we lose 1 game to the Brooklyn Nets, 8 seeded. Let's move to the Eastern Conference semifinals. As we sweep the Chicago Bulls, we are going up against the Philadelphia 76ers. As we are up 3-0 and we barely win in game 7. I was just trying to stop this simulation, but I was not able to stop as we were up 3-0, but somehow it went to game 7. As the game 7 box score, as we blow them out in the game 7. Doncic has a special game 38 and 10. Let's move. Again, we are going up against the Golden State Warriors in the NBA Finals as we win in 5 games. This time around, as Luka wins another Finals MVP. So that's all for the video, guys. If you do like it, please do share with your friends and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.